This is the plaintiff, Brittany de Blasio. She says she was merging into the middle lane of the highway, and the defendant decided to merge at the same time, and she hit into her car. The defendant lied to her insurance company, claiming she was the one who got hit and accusing her of the wrongdoing. Well, that's totally false. She can prove it in court today and is suing the defendant for the $940 she's owed. This is the defendant, Janet Ann. She says the plaintiff unexpectedly swerved into her lane and sideswiped her passenger's side door. She doesn't owe the plaintiff any money because her carelessness caused the accident, and if anyone's owed money today, it certainly isn't the plaintiff. She's accused of changing lanes too fast. The defendant has filed a countersuit for $874.50 for repairs.
All parties, please use your right hand.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Next case on the docket. The plaintiff says the defendant tried merging when the plaintiff had already started to merge and they crashed. But the defendant says the plaintiff was erratic, unexpectedly swerving. It's the case of disastrous merger.
Thank you, Douglas. Brittany de Blasio, you are suing Janet. You've asked us not to mention your last name. For $900 for repairs to your bumper and side panel, you are counterclaiming against her for $874.50 because her insurance company only paid half of the damage to your vehicle. All right, let's hear from you first. We have this board up here. Why don't you walk over and tell me how this happened?
This is me. My lane was slowing down. So as this is very slow, I looked to
That's because people are in there waiting to get off the exit, right?
Yeah. So
that's how it's backed up.
Yeah. So I looked in my rearview mirror on my left-hand side, signaled. Because it's slow, I'm kind of like slowly merging out. I saw that I have a clear way. I came in and I had a clear path. The defendant is now coming in, and as I'm entering the center lane, she's actually coming into my left driver's side and bumped into me. So right here on the side of my driver's side, there's a dent, and because of that dent, it's more because of the side swipe.
Did you see her traveling in the far left lane?
No, because she's way over here.
So how did you know? Well, how are you telling me where she was and where she came from if you never saw her until the
we came
impact?
to a point where we actually met. I'm here, and she's actually coming in, and I'm seeing that she's on my driver's side.
Okay, go ahead and go back.
Mm-hmm.
Can I ask you please to come to the board and tell me how you say it happened?
All right, Brittany was this was all backed up from the 95, really slow. I was going like this. I saw her from in my mirror. I knew I was getting hit. She came over like this, boom, boom, and then came and went behind me. And then I put on my signals. I went all the way down to here, to the underpass. There was no traffic because the exit, because they were all going this way. We pulled over to a safety zone.
Okay, go ahead and go back. Did you report this to your insurance company?
Yeah, I reported to my insurance company. I guess she reported to hers, and they said they're going to take care of the damage.
Okay, but what they end up doing is they end up taking care of half of the damage, right?
Because there was difference in stories, that's why.
Right, because she said, I was already in the lane. Now, show me the pictures of your car, and let me see the pictures of your car. Did you have collision with your insurance company and liability insurance?
Yes.
Yeah, you only had liability insurance. Mm-hmm. So you made the statement in your complaint that you figured her insurance would pay for yours and your insurance would pay for hers because you had liability, so the only kind of coverage there would be under your policy would be for her, not for you. And then when you call her insurance company, they're like, what are you talking about? She says you cut into her. Mm-hmm. She had been in the lane. Right. So they paid you zero.
Yeah.
And how much are you out in damages to your car?
It's actually $940.
I'm surprised it's that little. That's a lot of damage on your car. The damage starts in the front right here, which means that you're not very much in that lane when the accident starts. The damage to your car begins in front of your tire, which tells me you don't hit her in this lane. So by the time you hit her, your front tire is what's propelling forward. You know, you don't hit her from this end, you don't hit her from that end. Your front is what's heading forward, and it hits her in the first place in her passenger door. So how could you possibly think that she's coming from this lane?
Can I say something?
If your car is going in this lane, because this lane is crowded, maybe you thought you could go, but you misjudged it. That's kind of how it's looking.
Okay, so here's my question. You and I are driving on the road, and you crash into my car, okay? You have insurance, and you say to me, okay, go through my insurance company, and I say, no, I'm just gonna sue you directly. Can I sue you?
I would say no. I'd say that's the reason why I have insurance, is so you can't sue me directly, so I don't have to pay all that money out of pocket.
Yeah, but what if the insurance company lowballs me and says, we're not gonna pay you the full amount? I don't wanna go through that hassle. I just wanna go to you and get my money.
Yeah, well, that sounds like more like I covered my bases and I have my insurance, so if that's what ends up on your case, it's kind of a not so great situation.
Okay, what do you say?
I think it's the insurance company's responsibility.
Well, they may have the responsibility, but do I have the option of suing her?
No, the insurance company, they cover the person who's driving. So whatever charges are against them or whatever money they give or don't give is up to them.
We will find out going inside the courtroom.
Because the lane that I was previously in is slow, the damage shouldn't be so indented in. When she's driving a lot faster than me, she has more of an impact because of the speed that she's in. I'm very slow.
What physics are you citing there for that?
Acceleration?
No, it doesn't. No, you poor thing. I don't agree with you, is what I'm saying. Yeah, I'm pretty clear that there's zero evidence that she was in the far left lane, and if that's the case, then on your claim against her, 0. And on your counterclaim against her, I find in your favor for the remaining $874.50. That's
Thank
my
you.
verdict. Good luck, folks.
Thank you very much.
So after some detective work by the judge, Judge Millian decides the plaintiff was at fault in this case. That must be rather disappointing to you.
It is what it is.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
You said she was at fault, and the judge thinks you were at fault.
It happens, I guess.
Okay. Well, you don't seem too upset.
I am upset, but, I guess how she worded her words made the impact of how the
No,
judge...
I don't think so. It was the pictures that really told
Well, I have
the
the
story
impact.
here.
I
Okay?
have the impact.
All right. Thank you very much. Sorry you lost the case. Janet Ann's on her way out of the courtroom now, so you are going to get the $800 and some that you were suing for. You okay?
Yeah, good.
You happy?
Yeah.
Okay, very good.
Tell the truth.
All's
That's
well.
all.
Tell the truth, all's well as ends well. Not the truth? Harvey?
Okay, Doug, a little housekeeping here. You're wrong, and you're wrong. So the thing is, I don't have to go through their insurance company. I have a right to sue them directly. Now, their insurance company can end up either paying me what the judge says she owes me, or they might make her pay first and then reimburse her. That's her problem. That's your problem. That's your problem. That's your problem.